There are hundreds and hundreds of buggies on the market, all of them completely different, and I found it completely daunting when I went to choose one when I was pregnant. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to choose a buggy. So what are your options? First off, we've got the travel system. Now this is the sort of premium Rolls-Royce of buggies. It does everything. So it has a carry cot that can be removed and replaced when the baby gets to about 6 months. But of course, as the name travel system implies, you can also plug your car seat into it. They tend to be expensive. They don't fold down in one piece and can be tricky to collapse. So they're not great if you want to shove them in the back of a car and go. With some brands, you have to pay extra for things like adapters to put the car seat into the pram. The other thing to bear in mind if you choose a travel system, say an upper baby or a BUGABOO, is that they retain their value. So should you choose to get rid of it when your child hits about 2, which happens with a lot of parents, and buy a cheap stroller instead, you'll get quite a lot of your money back. And if you absolutely have your heart set on a travel system but can't quite afford to buy one new, do remember that there's heaps of them on eBay secondhand. So let's talk about those strollers that so many parents trade their travel systems in for when their kid gets to toddler age. What you may not know is that quite a lot of them, so MCLARENs for example, are actually suitable from birth because the seat reclines completely. Now the downside of these is that the baby won't face you as they do in a travel system, and obviously you can't attach your car seat to it, but on the upside they fold down easily, they're compact, they're brilliant if you live in a flat, the city, or you take public transport a lot. Finally, if you don't live in a city and you don't take public transport a lot and you happen to live out in the sticks or in an area where the pavements aren't that great, what you're gonna want is an all-terrain buggy. Now these are usually 3-wheelers, you can jog with them, you can take them up Everest, they're brilliant, they're hardy, and some of them, like the Phil and Ted's, you can add another seat to should you have another baby, which is great. So my top tips for choosing a buggy. Please, for the love of God, measure your hallway and your door, the width of them, because you do not want to buy a buggy that doesn't actually fit into your house. Check that it's suitable from birth. You don't want to buy one that doesn't recline and then you can't use it until they're 6 months old. Be aware of hidden extras. With some brands, you're going to have to pay more for car seat adapters, foot muffs, etc. So just ask in the shop when you're there. Finally, once you've chosen your buggy and you've got it home and before you've had the baby, practice putting it up, collapsing it, that kind of thing, putting the rain cover on, because I didn't do that. And a week after my daughter was born, we found ourselves in a mini hurricane and I ended up trying to wrestle with a rain cover and a BUGABOO. It was not fun and it was not what I needed at that stage of motherhood. Let me know what buggy you end up choosing in the comments box below, and then why not subscribe to One Fat Mother for more fun, practical tips and parenting advice.